What's happening? What's happening with it? What it do? What it do? Yeah. In the building. Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Salute to everybody in the building. When y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all hit the like button, smash the like button. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, sir. Salute to my man Devin Bell in that super chat. He says, will there be smoke handed out today? Always. Yeah. I can't I can't pin no more links, you know what I'm talking about? Last time I did that, we had a ding-a-lang swinger come through on camera. I can't do, he tried to get my channel shut down. He was unsuccessful though, so dust yourself off and try again. Some weirdos out here it's a lot of weirdos out here on YouTube. Wayne, Chicago, what's happening with it? Kawhi Elliott in the building. DP Rocker. Dwayne R. My man, my brother's keeper, what's happening with it? Ketty Peeps. Excuse me. Bubba Lane. JQ, what's happening with it? My man James in the building. Kevin Wells. Big Todd Swindle straight from that ATL. What it do? Miss T, what's going on with it? Salute, Queen. The Queen Sheena is in the building. John Kramer with the kilo on his neck in the building. Let me see who else we got in the building. Jumping on me. Bama Jeff 79, what's happening with it? DP Rocker, my man Jermaine Harvey, Rick Timms in the building, Eric B, Michael Ray, Brandon House, what it do? Straight from that D-Town, Detroit. Yeah. Brian Branch, what it do? Seattle Rick, what's happening with it? Jay Wash, Jason, what it do? Trayshawn Edwards in the building. Yeah, and like I said, as y'all come in the building, smash the like button, get the likes up for me. JD, what's happening with it? Yeah. We definitely gonna cook today. We definitely finna cook today. True Native, what's happening with it? Yeah, I know, man. I know. And rest in heaven to Coach. Definitely, he'll never be forgotten. He gone, but he'll never be forgotten. Battle Ready Fitness, what's happening with it? Seattle Rick, appreciate that. Jay Grant, what's happening with it? Johnny Q. Yeah, and like I said, when y'all come in the building, y'all smash the like button. News, we got some news. Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, they won't be fighting. They had a fight scheduled in Dublin, Ireland for May the 20th, and that fight won't be going down. It won't be going down because Amanda Serrano, they say that she suffered an injury in training. Mr. DeLa Cruz, what's happening with it, man? I appreciate you. Yeah, man, they said that she suffered an injury in training. So that fight won't be going down. Now, when I heard the news, I thought this could be a good thing for Amanda Serrano because Amanda Serrano, she just fought. And I remember when they announced this fight after her last fight, that was, she just fought probably 3-4 weeks ago, if that. when they announced when they announced the fight was gonna happen, it probably wasn't even 3 or 4 weeks ago. Big Ray, man, in that Cash App, man, I appreciate you, man. Salute to you, man. Much love, man. Appreciate you supporting the channel. But when it came out that she was gonna fight, I said she fighting too soon. Amanda Serrano, she been in war after war after war after war, and I said, man, for her to have to come back and fight in 3 months. So at that point in time, it was 3 months. So for February, March, April, May. So yeah, she just fought like a couple weeks ago. I can't remember exactly when she fought, but it was a couple weeks ago. And for her to have to turn around and then fight right back in May again, I said that's too soon. Because see, you got to think, people thinking, well, you know, it's in May, but she got to go right back into training camp again. So she injured herself, I believe, in training camp, they said. And I think it's a good, not if she really did get injured, it ain't a good thing that she got injured, but it is a good thing that she get to rest more. You know, they trying to make her turn around and have 3 training camps back to back to back. And Amanda Serrano, she not young no more. She older, I believe. She's 37, 38. Somebody in the chat help me out. I'm gonna pull it up. Let me see how old she is. Oh, she's 34. For some reason, I thought she was older than that. I don't know why I thought she was older than that. But she's still, you know, in her mid-30s. You know what I'm saying? She's still in her mid-30s. So she needs more time to rest. She don't need to be fighting back to back to back like that. In every fight that she's in, she in an all-out war. She in an all-out war every time she fights. So, you know, hopefully she can take this time to heal up, rest more, and they're going to reschedule this fight. You know what I'm saying? This fight is big for women's boxing. A lot of people want to see the rematch. I got Katie Taylor. I think that Amanda Serrano, you know, she's aging. And, you know, we've seen the best of her. We've seen the best of Amanda Serrano. But, yeah, you know, Mac World Media, what's happening with it? Salute. Sheena says, me too. Yeah, Sheena thought that she was 36. Yeah, I don't know. It say, well, I'm looking, it say she's 34, but I thought she was older than that for some reason. But yeah, she, you know, she needed more time. Yeah, Mr. Aggressor, what's happening with it? And so, you know, that's some news coming out. We won't be getting Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. Well, at least not on May the 20th. More news is, let me see, hold on. More news is PBC, you know, PBC, Showtime, the company that was going out of business, the company that was closing their doors, they announced some more fights today. Big Dose, what's happening with it? Javier, what it do? They announced more fights today. So the PBC, Showtime, they have announced more fights. And let's go ahead and I appreciate that, Mac World. Let's go ahead and talk about the fights the fights that they announced today. Dan Raphael, he came out and he's this is more fights for Showtime. And y'all smash the like button. Smash on the like button. It's free. It don't cost nothing. Don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. So on April the 8th in Carson, California, in April, we got Sebastian Fundora versus Brian Mendoza. And that's for the WBC interim 154-pound title. So that's for a WBC interim belt. I ain't feeling it. I'm not feeling that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't a fight that make me jump out of my seat. That's not a fight that I'm getting excited to watch. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna lie. I'm not excited to watch Fundora versus Brian Mendoza. It is what it is. Let me look up. I know Brian Mendoza. I know who he is. I just got to put a face to his name. I got to put a face to his name. So Brian Mendoza is 21 wins, 2 losses, and he got 15 wins by KO. So he lost to Larry Gomez and he lost to Jesus Ramos. Who else he fought? Nobody. Yeah, I ain't feeling this fight. Let me keep it 100. I believe that, you know, Showtime and the PBC, they could have got a better opponent for Fundora. Like all that smoke at 154, all that smoke at 154, and you got Sebastian Fundora fighting Brian Mendoza for interim belt at 154. I'm not feeling that. Like that's to me, that ain't a good fight. We got to keep it all the way 100, all the way around the board. So if we could talk about the zone when they put on shit fights, and they put on a lot of shit fights. If we could talk about Top Rank when they put on shit fights. If we could talk about BLK Prime when they put on the whole fucking shitty ass fight card. Well, we could talk about Showtime when they put on shit fights, and I don't really like that fight. That's just my opinion. Ray Jackson, what's happening with it? Yeah, I'm not feeling for Sebastian Fundora fighting Brian Mendoza for a WBC interim belt. I ain't feeling that. Ultraman, what it do? What it do? Wow, 930-2010. What's happening with it? Brandon Lee, also, I think that's also on that same card. Brandon Lee versus Pedro Campo. Pedro Campo is the same fighter that the same dude that fought. He fought Teofimo Lopez, I believe. Let me look that up. I think that's that same cat that fought Teofimo Lopez on his debut when he came to 140. Pedro Campo. Let me see. Hold on. One second, y'all. Pedro Camp up. It's spelled with it. Yeah, that's the same dude that fought Teofimo Lopez. He 34. Wait, is it? Yeah, that's the same cat. So Pedro Campo is 34 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw. We know that he fought Teofimo Lopez. That's the only way. That's the only reason we know him is from fighting Teofimo Lopez. And he'll be fighting Brandon Lee, who is 27-0 with 23 KOs. I like that fight. I like that fight for Brandon Lee. That's a dangerous fight for Brandon Lee. You know what I'm saying? That is a dangerous fight for Brandon Lee. And to me, that's a step-up fight for Brandon Lee. And that's an exciting fight for the fans because both of these dudes, they finna be in there banging it out. So at the level that Brandon Lee is on right now, I like that fight. I like the Pedro Campo and Brandon Lee fight. That's a solid fight for both of those fighters. More so for Brandon Lee. So yeah, that's gonna let you know if Brandon Lee, you know what I'm saying, if he gonna go on to do, you know, okay things in boxing, or if he need to go sit his ass down somewhere. So this is a fight, a make or break fight for Brandon Lee, to me. Also, you got Luis Nunez versus Cristiano Olivio at 126. That's on that same fight card. So overall, the April 8th card in Carson, California, it's okay. I think the best fight on there is Brandon Lee versus Pedro Campo. You know what I'm saying? That's not a card that I'm gonna watch it, but you know, if I have something to do, like if my kids want to do something on that Saturday and they want to, that's not a card that I'm gonna be like, okay, well, we can't do nothing today, but we can do something tomorrow. If I got something to do, I'm gonna do it that day. That, like, I'm not finna miss nothing for that fight card. So yeah, you know. Ray Jackson said fighters not looking to fight Fundora. It's a lot of smoke at 154. He can get some smoke, but you know, I'm not feeling that fight. That's just my opinion. Light skinned business, what happening with it? A kilo Netar, what's happening with it? Errol Johnson, what's happening with it? And yeah, y'all smash the like button. I mean, let me check the likes and see where we at. I don't even want to check it. Every time I check the likes, you know what I'm saying? I always see some disrespectful shit going on. Let me see where we're at. Yeah, so y'all smash the like button, get the likes up. Yes, sir. Let me get at least 60 of y'all in the building to hit the like button. Moving along. Oh, yeah, let me go back to, so more fights. Now you got on May the 13th, you got Alberto Puyo to fight Rolly Romero. That's on May the 13th. And they saying that's for a WBA 135. Now, I could have swore that Alberto Puyo and Rolly Romero, I thought they were fighting at 140. You know what I'm talking about? I thought they were fighting at 140 pounds, but on here, it's saying that it's on May the 13th and it's for WBA 135 pounds. I thought they were fighting at 140. I don't know. If anybody in the chat, you know what I'm saying? If anybody in the chat, yeah, knockout, that's what I thought. A kilo, yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know why they have it on here at 135. So that's just, maybe that's a typo that Dan Raphael made. But yeah, I'm like, man, I thought they were fighting for a belt at 140. Yeah, so that's just a mistake that they made. It should be at 140 for the WBA. And that's on May the 13th. Also, on that same card on May the 13th, with Rolly Romero and Alberto Puyo, you also got Gary Antoine Russell making his return to the ring against Kent Cruz. When I saw that, I got heated. Hold on, y'all. Let me get some water real quick. I will be right back. Y'all smash the like button. I'm going to be right back. So, like I said, back to the show. Smash the like button. I appreciate everybody in here that's supporting the channel, smashing the like button. Now, when I saw Gary Antoine Russell versus Kent Cruz on the same card as Rolly Romero and Alberto Puyo, right? That also fight at 140 pounds. That's fighting for a WBA 135-pound title, right? And you got Gary Antoine Russell versus Kent Cruz. First of all, who the hell is Kent Cruz? Who the hell is a Kent Cruz? I don't know who Kent Cruz is. If I have to go to BoxRec and Google you to find out who you are, something's wrong, right? Kent Cruz. I'm gonna type him in right now. Kent Cruz. Hold on, y'all. It don't want to come up on my phone. I'm gonna type it right here. Cruz. I'm looking him up as we speak. What the fuck?
Important security message.
Oh, hell no.
Your computer has been locked up.
Man.
Your IP address was used without your knowledge or consent to
Man,
visit
this a
website
bitch.
that contains identity theft virus. To unlock
If
the
y'all can
computer,
still hear
please
me,
call
man, I didn't
support
clicked on
immediately.
something. They didn't put my
Please
computer
do
and got a
not attempt to
virus.
shut down
Hell
or
no.
restart your computer. Doing that may lead to data loss
What
and
the
identity
fuck?
theft. The computer lock is aimed to stop illegal activity.
Man, ain't this
Please
some
call our support
bullshit.
immediately. Important security message. Your computer has been locked up. Your IP address was used without your knowledge or consent
just
to
some
visit
bullshit,
websites that
man.
contains identity theft virus. To unlock the computer, please call support immediately. Please
Fuck.
do not attempt to shut
Okay, we back. Yeah, I don't know. I tried to look up motherfucking Kent. What's his name? Kent Clark or Kent? What was his name again? I tried to look up Kent Cruz. Shit almost gave tried to give my computer a virus. So I know that motherfucker sorry. I know Kent Cruz ain't shit. He almost gave my computer a virus. I had to shut the whole computer down and restart the show. Hold on. I'm gonna look him up on my phone. Kent. Yeah, something wrong with Kent Cruz. I can't pull him up. But whoever the fuck he is, why is Gary Antoine Russell fighting Kent Cruz? Like, why do they have this fight for Gary Antoine Russell? You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's everything is wrong with this fight. And y'all smash the like button. We back on cooking. We back on. They tried to take me out the game, but we back. They you know that virus shit popped all up on my computer. It froze my computer. I couldn't do nothing. And they like, do not shut your computer down. I'm like, man, fuck this. I'm shutting my computer down. So I had to shut the computer down and bring it back up. you know that shit pop up and they'll lock your computer up trying to make you order some shit and buy some shit. But yeah, Cassandra, salute to the Queen Cassandra Mason. I'm gonna leave Kent Cruz ass alone because this sorry ass, he don't want me to talk about him. So yeah, Kent Cruz and Gary Antoine Russell, the fight makes no sense. Like, the fight makes no sense. Why does Rolly Romero get to move up to 140 pounds after getting knocked out cold by Gervonta Davis? He gets to move up to 140 and fight for a title in his first ever fight. His first ever fight at 140 pounds, he get to move up and fight for a title. But Gary Antoine Russell, right, who been at the division, grinding and shit, they either been sitting him on the shelf, and every time he fight, he got all stoppages. He didn't stop everybody he done been in the ring with. It's either Gary Antoine Russell should be having a rematch versus Francis Bartholomew, right? We should have a rematch with him and Francis Bartholomew, or he should be fighting Alberto Puyo for the WBA title. Real talk. Why the fuck is Rolly Romero getting the title shot over Gary Antoine Russell? And Gary Antoine Russell got to fight Kent Cruz. Who the fuck is Kent Cruz? Also, right? So I don't like that shit. I don't know what the PBC is doing with this March 13th fight with Gary Antoine Russell and Kent Cruz. But on that same card, you get Rolly that got a title shot in your division. Makes no sense. Also on that same card with Rolly and Alberto Puyo and Gary Russell and Kent Cruz, you got Francis Bartholomew versus Omar Juarez. I don't like that fight neither. Francis Bartholomew, like I said, him and Gary Russell should have been fighting each other. So it just don't make no sense. It makes no sense. Akilo says Russell pulled out. Pulled out of what? Pulled out of what? I highly doubt that Gary Antoine Russell pulled out a title fight and then he's fighting on the same card. I highly doubt that, dog. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make no sense. No, it makes no sense at all. So, like I said, when you talk about these other promotional companies putting on shitty cards, you got to keep the same energy with everybody all the way around. And you know, I don't like that. I don't like that card all the way around on May the 13th. You know what I'm saying? Rolly is entertaining, but what did he do to earn a title shot at 140 pounds over guys like Gary Antoine Russell? You know? Huh? Big Dose, I'm lost, man, with your last comment. I'm lost with your last comment, dog. Maybe I got to scroll up. Maybe I missed something. Let me scroll up some. Like I said, I had to shut my whole computer down, so maybe I missed some. Knockout Boxing says Gary Antoine Russell should be fighting Puyo and Cruz should be fighting Rolly. Exactly, man. Right on spot, just like I was saying. Knockout also said that Kent Cruz is coming off back-to-back draws. Yeah, like, man, don't nobody want to see that shit. And see, this is what happens when with Gary Antoine Russell and fighters like that don't speak up. Like, you don't hear him talk. So I can want Gary Antoine Russell to get a title shot and to get, to be active, but he ain't speaking up. So, I mean, it is what it is. If you don't speak up and you don't never say nothing, the only time we hear from Gary Antoine Russell is during fight week. Hey, bro, that's how they going to treat you. You're not going to make it too far in the game. You don't speak up in boxing nowadays, you're not going to make it too far. You just going to be a good fighter, a real good fighter that just never got his chance. But that's a like that card, that ain't a good card. I don't like that card. Because the wrong fighters are fighting each other. Like, why would you do some shit like that? Like, why would you put Gary Antoine Russell and Francis Bartholomew on the same card, but they not fighting each other? Why would you have Rolly Romero on that same card, but he's getting a WBA title shot, and the fighter that's on the card that's fighting under him ain't getting a title shot? It just makes no sense at all. Con Shonery, what's happening with it? DC Dre says, just because we don't hear him speaking up publicly don't mean he ain't privately. Well, we don't know what he's doing if he ain't doing it publicly, or if he's not, at least doing interviews or anything like that. So what I said was completely correct. In today's boxing, if you're not speaking out publicly, if you're not doing no interviews or doing none of that shit, they're not going to treat you right, bro. So it is what it is. That's just how it is. If you can't see that by now, I don't know where you've been living at as a boxing fan. Right or wrong, that's just how it is. So, what do you do? What do you do? You stay quiet and they gonna move you like that. Gary Antoine Russell should be the one getting that WBA title shot. Like, what was he doing when he had to fight Victor Postal? I thought that was for him to be a mandatory when he had to fight Victor Postal. Then he came and fought Francis Bartholomew. Like, what are we doing here? And you telling me that Rolly, that just got knocked out at a lower weight division, his last fight, he moves up and he gets a title shot right away? Like, what the fuck going on in boxing? It just made no sense. Alden Johnson, it ain't no setup. They're never going. First of all, Rolly probably ain't going to beat Alberto Puyo. He's not going to beat Alberto Puyo. So it ain't no setup, dog. It's just, they're not, I don't think that they've been moving Gary Antoine Russell right from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? He been pro since 2016. Like, the last couple of years, he only been fighting once a year or once every year and a half. Like, that ain't enough for a guy that's supposed to be, right? Gary Antoine Russell was supposed to be up there with the names like, he ain't even, Gary Antoine Russell ain't even, as far as namesake, ain't even on the level of goddamn Frank Martin. He's supposed to be way past Frank Martin and them dudes. And this ain't no knock to Gary Antoine Russell. They just haven't been moving him right. Like, real talk. So, I don't just talk about one side of the story. I've always talked about how I didn't like how PBC been moving Gary Antoine Russell. My man Jason said Gary wants that tank work. He'll never get it. He'll never get Gervonta Davis fight. That'll never happen. Gary Antoine Russell, he's not vocal enough to get a Gervonta Davis fight. speaking out a little bit during your fight week and then nobody never hear from you. Like if you don't fight for a whole year, nobody don't hear from Gary Antoine Russell for a whole year. That shit don't work in boxing nowadays. Clay, he could be Regis' mandatory all he want to. It ain't gonna happen. Unless he starts getting vocal, right? And people start knowing him. You gotta be like, today is not yesterday. Today, the fans have to know who you are. If you unless you just like a Rudy Poot or some shit, and your promoter pay for you to be a number one contender, then you'll get a fight. But if you're a dangerous fighter like Gary Antoine Russell, and you already got a lot of people that's not going to, be jumping up and down to get in the ring with you, you have to make yourself be known with social media, doing interviews, and just things like that in boxing. Today is not yesterday. You can't be quiet and just expect to get these opportunities. Because boxing, fuck all that mandatory shit. Boxing don't go by the rules, dog. You like, that just shows, right? You in here and you telling me, supposedly, I don't even know if this is true. I haven't done my research on it. You telling me that Gary Antoine Russell is Regis Pro Grade mandatory, which I haven't heard that. But if he is, why haven't I heard that? Why ain't everybody going around talking about why Regis Pro Grade ain't fighting Gary Antoine Russell? Because that's his mandatory. I just explained to y'all why. If y'all didn't get it, hey, I don't know what to do. World T Foles, what's happening with it? You know what I'm saying? Arkansas in the building. Yeah. But yeah, man, y'all smash the like button. Akilo Netar says Russells need a social media team. They have too much talent in their family to not be promoted. Exactly, but that's on them. You can't blame that on nobody else but them. You feel me? Because it ain't like they can't talk. All of them can talk. And they could talk very well. They could talk shit. They could articulate themselves very well. All of them can talk. And people like to hear them talk. You can't just disappear for a year and then do a couple interviews when it's fight week and expect to be known and expect to get these opportunities in boxing. That it just is what it is. And Bonton South D-Town, what's happening with it? And Bonton, he said something, there's some real shit, right? And rest in peace to my brother Batman, gone but never forgotten. He said some real shit. He says their last promoter was Batman. If it wasn't for Batman, a lot of y'all in here wouldn't even really know shit about Gary Antoine Russell. Batman was, he was moving through these YouTube streets, letting people know that Gary Antoine Russell is coming and he's going to be a problem. You feel me? A lot of y'all wouldn't even know too much about Gary Antoine Russell at all if it wasn't for Batman. But Batman was doing all of that shit. He was doing all of that shit for his little brothers on his own. You know what I'm saying? He was doing that shit on his own because he noticed and seen what they wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? The day of the the Marvin Hagler, that shit's gone, bro. Ain't nobody like Marvin Hagler nowadays gonna get a big chance in boxing to become a superstar. That shit is out the window. It ain't gonna happen no more. Nick J, what's going on with it? Salute to you, Queen. And Sheena says, R.I.P. Batman. That's a fact. But yeah, I feel some type of way about that whole situation. But at the end of the day, you know, you got to look at yourself before anybody, and you got to put the blame on yourself if you are Gary Antoine Russell. So yeah, you know, and y'all smash the like button, support the channel, you know, support the channel. Yeah. Dundada, we don't have to find out if Gary Antoine Russell was offered a title fight, dog. If he was offered a title fight, he would be fighting Puyo, bro. Why we don't have to find out a motherfucking thing? If he was offered the fight, he would be fighting the fight. Common sense tell you that if the man is fighting on the same fight card, the same night, he wasn't offered that fight with Puyo. Come on, bro. That's just common sense. So don't come in here try to insinuate that he might have been offered to fight and turned it down, but he fighting on the same fucking fight card. Come on, man. But anyway, let's move along. You know what I'm saying? Let's move along. And let me see. So let's talk about Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. Let's talk about Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, you know. Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, he told Devin Haney, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? You running around here running your mouth, you better focus on beating Vasil Lomachenko, dog. Because you come fucking with me, it ain't going to be no more belts around your waist. You come fucking with me, it ain't going to be no more titles around your waist. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be no more titles around your waist. You come fucking with me. So, I want to get y'all picks before I get to cooking on this situation. I want to get y'all pick. If you had to put your money on the line, Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson, who y'all got? Swad Jones, no doubt. If you had to put your money on the line, Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson. Yeah, let me get everybody work. Let me get everybody's answer. My man, hold on, it's jumping. I'm gonna read everybody. So while I'm reading them, keep dropping your answer in the chat. So we got Emmanuel Pettigrew say Shakur. We got Alden Johnson say he got Shakur. Nick J say she got Haney. Swad Jones say Shakur. Ray Jackson say Shakur. Easy work. He says Dog Money say Shakur. Johnny Q said, nah, that ain't no answer, Johnny Q. We need an answer. Big Ray say Shakur. My man Sweaty KFC say Shakur. William Old School got Shakur. James got Haney. Tough, and that's a hard one, ain't an answer. We need answers. To leave Cunningham say Shakur. Sheena say Shakur. Jerome King say Shakur. B More 2BK say Shakur. Ultimate Fight Club got Shakur. Big Doe say Devin too big for Shakur. Alden Johnson say Shakur my favorite fighter in boxing right now, so I guess he got Shakur. Top Dog say Shakur. I'll put a bag on it. Wally Perry say Devin decision. 214 says Shakur. Courtney Thomas got Shakur. Al Caban King says he got Shakur. Dog Money say Shakur nasty. Brian C got Shakur. Akilo says Shakur. I've only seen Haney just I think he meant just and grab. I think he meant hold and grab. Shakur Skits say Shakur. Future say Haney. Wawa say Haney. Marlo, he got Haney. My man Courtney, what's happening with it, Courtney? He say, I see Shakur by decision. Cool Breeze says, put a poll up. Yeah, I'm going to put a poll up. I'm definitely going to put a poll up for y'all and for everybody so everybody can go vote on it. Brian Branch got Haney. My brother's keeper got Haney. Jay Hizzy got Haney. Lou Era got Shakur. We got Clay got Haney. Jason said Dev all day. Con Shonery, he said he got Haney. Chris the Plumber got Shakur. Master Khalik got Shakur. Royalty Fours got Shakur. Devin Bell got Haney. Corey Cunningham. Shakur's more versatile. Let me see. Boxing Ham got Haney. Let me see. Ketty Peeps Haney. Jason. My man Trillion Dollar Dreams. What's happening with it? He says I got Shakur at 135, but Dev at 140. Okay. My man Trev Stroker got Haney. Let me see. Picasso, Shakur, Brian Branch, he got Haney. Martin McLean says Shakur. Ree Williams, Haney. Let me see. Ty Swindle got Shakur. Mr. Mechanical. Devin Bell, 8-4 says he got Dev. The Plumber says Shakur. Big Dose got Dev, 7-5. Cassandra got Shakur. Haney. My man, New Orleans gang, Shakur. Let me see. Talk got Haney. Let me see. We got Shakur. Let me see. EB got Shakur. Mr. Blue got Shakur. Snacks B, Haney by split decision. Shakur. And he make Kirk McCall say Shakur. He make it look easy. Let me see who else I missed. Kick Sign Socially says Shakur in every weight class. Cool Breeze got Haney. Mike C got Shakur in a close fight. Adrien Lopez, he says, and salute to you, man, in that super chat coming through, man. Supporting the channel. He says, new subscriber, bro. I appreciate that real boxing talk. Unbiased, speaking the truth, salute, man. And I appreciate you, man, for coming through, man, supporting the channel, showing love. PLG Ski says Shakur. Wawa 9-3-2010 say Shakur versus that. I don't know what that. Let me see. GT got Shakur 1-5. Got Shakur. Renzo got Devin. Yeah. So we got a lot of overall, we got a lot of Devins, but overall, people pick Shakur, right? Overall, that's what I'm getting from the chat. Overall. Now, for the people, my pick is without a shadow of a doubt, Shakur Stevenson beats Devin Haney. Now, am I acting like that Devin Haney ain't that guy? Devin Haney, that dude. Devin Haney's a hell of a fighter. But when you look at and you break down the matchup of Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, ask yourself one thing. What does Devin Haney do better than Shakur Stevenson? Nothing. Devin Haney don't do nothing better than Shakur Stevenson does. Let's keep it 100. When you talk about comparing, when you talk about making comparisons, like a lot of people say Floyd Mayweather and all of that shit, Shakur Stevenson is much more like a Floyd Mayweather and a Sweet Pea Whitaker all in one than Devin Haney is. And like I said, I fuck with Devin Haney, but I'm just saying, when you look at their styles and then you break down the matchup, Devin Haney don't do nothing better than Shakur Stevenson. His defense ain't nowhere near the level of Shakur Stevenson. They speed is pretty much on the same level. You know what I'm saying? They both got very good jabs. The ring IQ, you got to get at to Shakur Stevenson. The meanness, right? the just meanness and toughness, you got to get at to Shakur. Shakur a mean motherfucker. Devin, he don't really got that mean streak in him like that. Shakur do. When you go to punching power, you know what I'm saying? I hate to sound like I'm knocking Devin, but he ain't got no punching power like that. Shakur got power. Shakur just don't know how to finish his opponents off. But every opponent that Shakur get in there with, he beat the fuck out of him. He beat him down. He just don't finish him off. But he got more power than Devin Haney do. And then when people say that Devin is bigger than Shakur, what? Because he's taller? I seen somebody say that Devin Haney is too big for Shakur. I don't know what two fighters you looking at. How is Devin Haney too big for Shakur? Do y'all see how big Shakur Stevenson is? Devin Haney might be taller than Shakur, but as far as size-wise, he ain't too big for Shakur. Both of them dudes is actually big for 135 pounds. Well, Nick J says Shakur ain't knocking folks out neither. I never said he was. I said that Shakur has more power than Devin Haney, but he just don't, you know what I'm saying? He don't know how to finish. You ain't never heard nobody tell you that Shakur Stevenson didn't have no power. Nobody that fought Shakur never said that he didn't have no power. They always respect his power. Now, we've heard fighters that fought Devin Haney said that he didn't have no power. Linares said he didn't have no power. We've seen Devin Haney hit Jorge Linares with everything in the kitchen sink. This motherfucker pulled out everything out his bag and hit what's his name? Man, I just said his goddamn name in Jorge Linares, right? When he fought Jorge Linares, that's when I really had a chance to see that Devin Haney don't have no power. Because the shit that he was hitting Jorge Linares with, and Jorge Linares just kept walking through that shit. And it wasn't really phasing him. And Linares ain't got no chin. That's one thing we do know about Linares. He don't got no chin. He got stopped by motherfucking Vasil Lomachenko, and Vasil Lomachenko was fighting with one arm. Let's keep it 100. Linares don't have a chin. And Devin Haney was dominating Linares, hitting him with his best shots. And Linares was still coming forward. So he don't got no power, so let's not try to make it like he got power. So when you break the fight down with Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, he don't have nothing that he does better than Devin Haney. Than Shakur Stevenson. Nothing at all. Devin Haney does nothing better in that ring than Shakur Stevenson does. Tunnel Vision say he hit Kambosos with everything, didn't even put him down. It's a fact. Now, I'm not using Kambosos as an example because Kambosos haven't shown me that he don't have no chin. But we all know that Linares don't have no chin. Jorge Linares don't have a chin. All of Jorge Linares' losses, most of all his losses are by knockout. You know what I'm saying? He either gonna beat you or he gonna get stopped. So, like I said, for anybody that got something to say, what does Devin Haney do better than Shakur Stevenson? Nothing. Talk. That's exactly what you're doing. You just talking. Talking about Devin Haney's jab is far more superior than Shakur Stevenson. That's false. Now, does Devin Haney have a good jab? Yeah, he have a good jab. He has a good jab. Can you argue who has the better jab? Yeah, you can argue who has the better jab. You know what I'm saying? I think they both have very good jabs. You can argue that. But you can't come in here and say that his jab is far superior than Shakur Stevenson's jab because that's a motherfucking lie. Now you're just saying shit. It's no area that Devin Haney does better than Shakur Stevenson. And the only thing that's up for debate is the jab. Other than that, nothing else. Nothing else. So ain't no way I will be willing to bet everything. It ain't no way that Devin Haney beats Shakur Stevenson. How you going to beat him? We know he ain't going to knock him out. He definitely ain't going to outbox him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not a better boxer than Shakur. How's he going to beat him? And they know they can't beat Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? My man Justin Cooper says, if he's too big for Shakur, then he's too damn big for Tank. Like, yeah, bro, that don't even make no sense to me. Like, how is he too big for Shakur? Snacks B said that he don't think that Shakur is going to be able to hit Devin like he does everybody else. Well, I'm going to ask you this, Snacks B. Who has the much superior defense? That's a no-brainer. Shakur has a much superior defense. So if you saying that Shakur ain't going to be able to hit Devin, what the fuck Devin going to be doing? Fighting the air? If Shakur can't hit Devin, Snacks B, Devin, he must going to be fighting the air the whole motherfucking fight. Because if Shakur can't hit Devin, if that's what you telling me, when I've seen Devin get hit, Devin's defense ain't that good. He uses his legs for defense. I've seen guys that are not nowhere near the level of Shakur Stevenson land big shots, a lot of big shots on Devin Haney. That's why I know that Devin Haney, you know, when people say that he don't have a chin, he got a chin because he got hit with a lot of shots in the Kambosos fight, and he showed that he has a chin. He was able to take it. Now, is Kambosos the biggest puncher? No, but I'm not going to say he don't have no chin. But going back to what we said, if you think that Shakur ain't going to be able to hit Devin, well, shit, Devin, he might as well, you know what I'm saying, go in there and get ready to fight the motherfucking wind. So y'all got to make this shit make sense to me. Nick J says, that was Linares talking shit, but okay. So you telling me, Nick J, that when Linares says that Devin Haney didn't have power, that was just him talking shit? But I sit there and watch Devin Haney hit Linares with every shot he had in his arsenal, and Linares was still coming forward. Okay, that makes no sense at all. No, what that was Linares telling you that he don't have no power. He don't have power. Let's stop acting like this is some shit that is just, you know, unknown, or we don't. Devin Haney don't have power like that. Now, is Devin Haney a hell of a fighter? He's a hell of a fighter. Is Devin Haney a hell of a boxer? He's a hell of a boxer. Yeah, he is. He's all of that. He ain't on the level of Shakur Stevenson, though. Ultimate Fight Club says that's true. Linares got KO'd in his next fight after that. Yeah, bro, he don't have a chin. I'm talking about we could go down all of Devin Haney's opponents. He don't have a chin. Jojo Diaz was coming forward, walking them down. Jojo Diaz was getting beat, but he couldn't keep Jojo Diaz off of him because he ain't got no power. One thing you don't see is you don't see dudes walking Shakur Stevenson down like that. You don't. And Shakur Stevenson, he can be right there in front of you and make you miss. Like Shakur Stevenson, he don't got to use his legs like that. His defense is on a whole nother level. Ray Jackson says, hold on now. Did y'all see Kambosos' face after the fight in the rematch? Buddy got beat up bad. And yeah, he stayed up on his feet the whole time. All them big shots that Devin Haney hit Kambosos with, it never once dropped. So, I mean, like, we shouldn't even be talking about that's my thing, right? He don't have power. I think that when you talk about Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, right? Shakur don't have the best of power, but he do got power. He got respectable power. He got power that people just not going to walk through him. He got more power than Devin Haney. He a better boxer than Devin Haney. Like I said, the only thing you could argue when it comes to them fighters is the jab. Who has the better jab? You know what I'm saying? If somebody tells me that Devin Haney has a better jab than Shakur, I don't have no problem with that, right? But if somebody tells me that his jab is far superior than fucking Shakur Stevenson's jab, that's what I got a problem with, because that's some bullshit. But everything else, to me, Shakur Stevenson, you know what I'm saying, get the nod in every other area. Big Dose, I can definitely say that Shakur got more power than Devin Haney. I definitely can say that. Nick J says, all I know is when they meet, it's going to be different than what you think. They will meet at 147, I believe. Well, by that time, I don't know what I think, Nick J. Real talk. I'm going to keep it 100 with you, Nick J. I don't know what I'm going to think by that time. It just depends, you know. To me, by that time, it depends what fighter stays focused and more disciplined. Now, if you tell me which fighter is going to stay on the right path all the way to 147, if I had to bet on that, right? If I had to bet on that just off of character and shit, I would say Devin. And the reason why I would say Devin, because Devin is already, you know what I'm saying, he grew up with money. Devin already grew up with money. The fame and the money is not going to change Devin Haney, you know, and how he move at all. Now, I'm not saying it's going to change Shakur, but I know it ain't going to change Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Once he start getting big money and getting more fame, he going to stay, you know what I'm saying? He's going to stay and keep the same focus. Whether he loses in between now and then, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So you asking me, so we talking about years down the line, how is that fight going to turn out? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If, you know, Shakur could, you know, get a big name, blow up, and, you know, hey, let that shit go to his head and start to slip up. But right now, I'm talking about right now, Shakur's a better fighter than Devin Haney. Right now. I'm saying right now, if they got in the ring, I wouldn't have no hesitation putting all my money on Shakur Stevenson. Alden Johnson says, what? Their jabs are both good, but Shakur Stevenson set up his placement punching off his jab. Better, he said, better watch tape. Shakur Stevenson shows he wants to fight the best and prove he is the best. Facts. And I think that both of them want to fight the best, and I think both of them actually want to prove that they the best. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as Bill Haney, Devin Haney want the smoke. As far as Bill Haney, Bill know he don't want no smoke with Shakur. It is what it is. Bill don't want Devin getting in there with Shakur Stevenson. People can say what the fuck they want. Bill don't want that fight for Devin Haney right now. Now, Devin, I'm not finna say that Devin gonna turn down no smoke. Devin ain't turning down shit but his color. But Bill know better than that, man. And I agree with you, Alden Johnson. Shakur Stevenson is much more accurate, and he sets his shots up a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney, he still got a lot of flaws he got to work on. He loops a lot of his shots. He throw a lot of wild looping shots. He's open for a lot of big counters and things like that. And Shakur Stevenson just don't have those flaws. Bill Haney, he see that just like I do. But other than the jab, you know what I'm saying? People gonna argue who got the better jab, right? But ain't nobody else, ain't shit else you could argue because he don't do nothing else better than Shakur in the ring. Bonton says Devin got better footwork than Shakur Stevenson. That's a lie. Just because you got longer legs and you move around the ring more than Shakur Stevenson don't mean he got better footwork. Because what is that better footwork doing better for him than Shakur Stevenson? Shakur get hit way less, way better defense. So what is his legs and his footwork? What is that shit getting done for him? Better than Shakur Stevenson. Dust yourself off and try again with that one. Tunnel Vision says JoJo Diaz was catching Devin, Shakur would hit him. But like I said, when it comes to this matchup, Talk says it sounds like I made my mind up. I've been and made my mind up, bro. I made my mind up from watching both of these fighters throughout their whole career. From watching Shakur Stevenson throughout the amateurs, from watching Devin Haney when didn't nobody know who he was. He's the better fighter. I know you might like, this ain't about who I like, right? I'm basing this shit off of who I see is the better fighter. So you telling me it ain't no point in talking about it because I made my mind up, but you didn't made your mind up that Devin Haney is the better fighter. So how you gonna tell me that it ain't no point for me to talk about it because I'm saying that Shakur is the better fighter, but you saying that Devin Haney is the better fighter? So what sense does that make if you telling me that, oh, it ain't no sense to talk about? Because no, you're not going to change my mind. Just like I'm not going to change your mind. So you really not making no sense because you telling me some shit and you ain't sticking to what you telling me. First of all, Big Dose, I don't know if you need to rewind the show. That ain't what I said. I clearly said, because you telling me, man, ETB, you say one person can't say Dev's jab is better, but you can say Shakur hits harder and Shakur's D is better, right? Now, when I never said that can't nobody say that Dev's jab is better. I said that you can't say that Devin Haney's jab is significantly better. I said I don't have a problem if you say that you think he has a better jab, but saying that he has a significantly better jab, that's false because it's close. It just all depends what you're looking at because they both have very good jabs. Now, when it comes to power, yeah, I think that Shakur Stevenson has more power. I didn't say that he has significantly better power. And when it comes to defense, yeah, he has much better defense than Devin Haney. That's a fact, and I can say that. The stats is going to show you that. So, you know, I'm not telling Shakur a motherfucking thing, dog. You go find Shakur Stevenson and tell him that. You know what I'm saying? We talking boxing and you come in here with this silly shit talking about, well, tell Shakur Stevenson to make weight. What the fuck does that got to do with what we talking about, dog? We breaking down the fight and people's opinions on who they think is the better fighter. My opinion is when I look all the way around the board, Shakur Stevenson is better. Lil Rock says I missed the super chat. My bad. I didn't see it. Let me scroll and try to find it. I didn't see no super chat. I'm scrolling. They must have posted, dog, because there ain't no super chat in here. Real talk. Ain't no super chat ain't no super chat in here. Just let me know what you said. Yeah, it definitely ain't no super chat in here. My man $1 Trillion Dream says, I got Shakur at 135 and Dev at 140. I think I read that earlier too. Yeah, ain't no super chat. You would just type whatever you said. Lord to the game, boxing talk. What's happening with it? Salute. Hold on real quick. And y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash the like button. The like button is free. It don't cost you nothing. It don't cost nothing to hit the like button. Keep on talking about how many knockouts Shakur Stevenson has, right? But you ain't talking about how many knockouts Devin Haney got. Bro, Devin Haney got 30 fights and got 15 knockouts, but he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me see. Mexico, 1 knockout. Mexico, Tijuana, 2 knockouts. 3 knockouts. Mexico, 4 knockouts. 5 knockouts. 6 knockouts. 7 knockouts. 8 knockouts. 9, 10, 11. One knockout. Let me see. 1. Devin Haney had 2 stoppages since he started fighting in the U.S., bro. So why are we on here talking about stoppages when Devin Haney stopped 2 people since he came over to the U.S. and started fighting? Like, bro, let's keep it 100. If that's where you want to go, Devin Haney has 2 stoppages since he started fighting in the U.S. So what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull the blue blood on you. What are we talking about here, people? So what are we talking about, people? Devin Haney has 2 stoppages since he came and started fighting in the U.S. Shakur Stevenson, he didn't start his career fighting motherfucking cab drivers from Tijuana. Let's keep it 100. Shakur Stevenson was moved very fast. Shakur Stevenson was moved. He was moved at a fast pace. So, bro, you need to go somewhere with that bullshit you're talking. But now, Dundada actually said some smart shit. Dundada usually say some dumb ass shit, but he finally said some smart shit. Dundada says, either way, power is not going to be the difference in this fight. And I agree with Dundada. So power is not going to be the difference in this fight, right? When it comes down to Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, skills, ring IQ, and who is the overall better boxer is going to be the deciding factor. And when you go down the board and you look at everything, right? You look at everything, Shakur Stevenson is the one. Shakur Stevenson is the one. He got better skills, everything, better defense, better punch placement, better accuracy, all of that shit. That's just what it is, you know. But, like I said, hopefully we could get that fight because right now they are on the same promotional company. Bill Haney and Devin Haney talking about that they stand at 135 pounds for the rest of the year and they want all the smoke. Well, you don't got to go too far looking for the smoke because Shakur Stevenson is going to be right there breathing down y'all neck. You know? And if he stays at 135 pounds, unless he's fighting Gervonta Davis in a big mega fight with Tank, he ain't got no motherfucking excuse once he beat Vasyl Lomachenko not to be fighting Vasyl Lomachenko if you stand in that weight division. He don't have no excuse not to be fighting Shakur Stevenson if your ass is staying in that weight division and getting all the smoke. That's it. Like Batman used to say, that's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. He don't have no reason not to be fighting Shakur next. So if they do fight, all of that talking that I'm doing, all that talking that everybody else is doing, we ain't got to talk. You know what I'm saying? We can sit back, be fans, and watch it go down. Hopefully we get that fight. It ain't no need for them to wait to 147 pounds. You know what I'm saying? It's no need for none of that bullshit. They could fight this year. Lori Reed, salute to the Queen Lori in the building. But yeah, so y'all smash the like button if you can. You know, let me get everybody in the building to hit the like button. Smash the like button. It's free. It don't cost none. Drop $1 in the drop some. You know, donate to the super chat. Refresh the super chat. You know what I'm saying? Refresh the super chat. Show some love and support to the channel. The woke sports fan says, y'all sleep on Haney's skills. Nobody's sleeping on Haney's skills. If you've been listening to the whole show and you listen to everything I said, I gave Devin Haney all his credit. Nobody never said that Devin Haney don't have skills. Devin Haney has skills, bro. But his skills are not on the level of Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is just better. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got, let's talk about LeBron James and let's say Kawhi Leonard. LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard he a hell of a player. LeBron James is just better. Does that mean that Kawhi Leonard ain't got skills on the court? No, I don't. LeBron James is just better. That's just what it is. My man, Loyal to the Game, Boxing Talk, man, coming through, showing love and support to the channel, man, says, just because I appreciate you, King. I appreciate you. But yeah. Woke Sports Fan says, Haney is more athletic, false. Faster, false. He's bigger. He ain't bigger than Shakur. He's taller than Shakur. Longer, he's longer, but what does that mean? He has a better jab. That's you know what I'm saying? That's up for debate. That's up for debate. And he fought better competition. It's false. You know what I'm saying? What better competition did Devin Haney fight? Let's go down this resume then. Since I was gonna move on, but see, niggas keep dropping shit that, you know, you going places that I wasn't even gonna go. But since you want to go there, let's talk about it. Since you want to go there, let's talk about it. Hold on. That's where you want to go. That's where we gonna go. Hold on. That's where you want to go. That's where we gonna go. Devin Haney, 29 fights, 15 KOs. We're not going to go down his whole resume. We're going to start because all the way up into Mason Menard, all his fights was in Tijuana and shit. Or, you know, or local bars. That's just what it is. So he fought Mason Menard, trash. Won Carlos Burgos, trash. He fought the big Asian dude You know, he was cool, but nobody, you know, he ain't on that level. Antonio Moran, trash. Zar Abdulev, he was okay. Abdulev was an okay fighter. Alfredo Santiago, Yoriotis Gamboa, washed up and old as fuck, wouldn't beat nobody. So let's start with Gamboa, right? Let's start when he fought his first known opponent that was Gamboa. Gamboa was damn near 40 years old already. And let's compare that to Shakur Stevenson. Let me pull up Shakur Stevenson. Hold on. And I would share the screen, but I don't know how to do it on this browser that I'm using. It's kind of different. Pull up Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson. So, fought Christopher Diaz. So, Christopher Diaz is definitely, at that point in time, he's on the same level of a Alfredo Santiago or of Abdulev. Same level fighter. You know what I'm saying? Christopher Diaz. So, bam, that's what we got. We got that. Joet Gonzalez was 24-0 at the time, right? Now, everybody know who Joet Gonzalez is. Joet Gonzalez, to me, at the time, was better than Yoriotis Gamboa, a 40-year-old Yoriotis Gamboa that I had already, right, I think he had already fought. He already had fought Tank Davis and had a goddamn torn Achilles. A 40-year-old man with a torn Achilles, right? We talking about a 40-year-old man with a torn Achilles. Joet Gonzalez definitely was better than that. Then he fought another washed up Jorge Linares. Jorge Linares was good at one point in time, but Jorge Linares, let's see what Jorge Linares has done since he fought Devin Haney. So he fought Devin Haney and he lost. Out again his next fight. So after Jorge Linares fought, he proved, showing that he had been washed up because he went and lost to Devin Haney and then he got knocked out and then lost to another fighter. Took 2 L's in a row and won by knockout. So I'm just saying. And then Devin Haney, he also, who else he got on his resume? He got Jojo Diaz on his resume. Jojo Diaz is a solid fighter. I like Jojo Diaz as a fighter. Solid, you know. Solid. He a solid fighter, right? You got on Shakur Stevenson resume, you got Jeremiah Nakatila, who is 21, who was 21-1, right? Just beat the dog shit out of Miguel Burchell, right? Right now, Nakatila is 23-1. One loss was to Shakur Stevenson, and another loss he had was way back in the beginning of his career to a guy that we never heard of. That was 16-0 at the time. And he lost by like a split decision, right? So Jeremiah Nakatila, when you go to him and then you go to, let's compare him to Jojo Diaz. That's a toss-up fight. I don't know who will win that fight between Nakatila and Jojo Diaz. They both on that same level. And then, let me see. Devin Haney, we know that he has George Kambosos on his resume. He has George Kambosos. After that, he fought George Kambosos twice. Shakur Stevenson fought. Hold on. We go back to Shakur's resume. Shakur Stevenson fought. Let me see. Hold on. It's messing up on me, but let me go back to y'all. Where the fuck y'all at? So we know that Shakur Stevenson, he went on and he fought Shakur, man, hold on. Shakur, he fought Herring, he fought Jamel Herring, right? Which I think that George Kambosos is a better fighter than Jamel Herring. So I'm gonna give you. So he fought Jamel Herring. He fought Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez is a very good fighter. You know what I'm saying? Who's a better fighter between Oscar Valdez and goddamn George Kambosos? That's a toss-up right there. And then he fought Robinson Conceição. Right? So how are you gonna sit here and tell me that goddamn Devin Haney got a better resume than Shakur Stevenson? Devin Haney almost got 30 fights. Shakur Stevenson ain't even got 20 fights yet. And you gonna tell me that Devin Haney got a better resume than Shakur Stevenson? Well, that was a lie. That was a lie. Devin Haney don't have a better resume than Shakur Stevenson. I just proved that to be a lie. So, they both have resumes on the same level. I'm not going to say that Devin Haney has I'm not going to say that Shakur Stevenson has a better resume than Devin Haney. I'm not going to say that Devin Haney has a better resume than Shakur Stevenson. But what I am going to say is that they're pretty much on the same level, but you got Devin Haney that got much more fights than Shakur Stevenson in the professional ranks. You feel me? So, I disagree with that. But, it's going to be a great fight. What I do agree with is when they get in the ring, Shakur's not just going to run through Devin Haney easily, and Devin Haney just not going to run through Shakur Stevenson like that. It's going to be a hell of a fight on both ends. Like they're gonna both fighters are going to cause each other problems, and both fighters are going to have to, bring their best, and they're going to have to do a lot of game change. They're going to have to go to, like I said, they're going to have to, their ring IQ is really going to come into play. Both fighters. And they're going to have to bring all of their skills out. Because it's a matchup, right? Where the styles are going to be similar in certain areas. And they both going to have to make different adjustments throughout the whole fight, just because of the styles. So it's a fight that the fans deserve to see. You know what I'm saying? It's a fight that if they do make that fight, we're going to be back and forth arguing just like we are now. Those are the type of fights that we want to see. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see these mismatch fights that when everybody know who's going to win already. You feel me? Nick J, I think that Valdez is a very good fighter. I think that he is just kind of more so one-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? I think that Valdez is a good fighter depending on what style you put him in the ring with. You put him in the ring with somebody like Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson, he's not going to look good. I think that he'll have more success against Devin Haney than he would Shakur Stevenson. My opinion is because, you're able to get off a little more than on Devin Haney than you can Shakur. Like I said, Devin Haney defense is his legs. Shakur Stevenson, he going to be right in front of you and make you miss. Von Kwee, what's happening with his salute? But anyway, let's move along because we can go back and forth on this shit all day. You know what I'm saying? We're going to end up going back and forth on this shit all day, But anyway, let's talk about let's talk about the poll real quick. Let's get to the poll, and then I'm going to move on to this Terence Crawford. I stayed on that Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney shit way, way too long, y'all. That's how you know it's a good fight. When I wasn't even intending to talk about that topic no more than like 5 minutes at the max. And we've been talking about that topic damn near the whole show. That's how you know it's a good fight that everybody want to see. And salute to the queen, Cassandra Mason, coming through in that cash out, showing love. One of my day ones, Cassandra Mason. But anyway, I put up a poll. I put up a poll on YouTube last night. And the question was, should Al Haymon give Adrien Broner another chance? And y'all smash my like button. Everybody in the building smash the like button. That was the question. Should Al Haymon give AB another chance? Now, I'm going to go check the poll results right now, and we're going to talk about it real quick. Real quick. So, if I could let y'all see this, hold on. Y'all can see. Can y'all? No, y'all can't see it. So the question once again is, should PBC give Broner one last chance? That was the question. 64% of the fans said yes. 64% of the fans said yes. 36% said no. We had 784 votes. 784 votes. 64% of the people said yes, PBC should give Adrien Broner another chance. Now, I'm going to read some of the comments of the people that commented. I'm going to read some of the comments. My man John Kramer says, can Bruce Lee catch bullets with his teeth? Okay, you got your answer. I guess that was a no. The Queen, Georgia Peach Denise, she says, I'm of the opinion when people show you what they when people show you who they believe, when people show you who they are, believe them. AB pulled out of the previous fight, which caused damage to the brand overall organization. To the brand's overall organization. That's what she meant. She says, not to mention the public media bashing PBC / Al Haymon. He is still a name and should get support. So flip a coin. It is worth the drama. So she's saying like it's it's a toss up. You know what I'm saying? It's a toss up. He got a name, so it's a toss up. Broderick Hunter says, although I feel AB had plenty of opportunities to turn it around and didn't, as a flawed person myself, who am I to say he doesn't deserve a chance? That's up to the people he kicked to the curb and how they feel about it. Let me see. ML21 says no, because he already had more than enough chances. Wayne Chicago says he should apologize to Al Haymon. My man Jay Grant says absolutely not. Let me see. Educated Jab says for sure. AB still get a big name in the sport. He still got a big name in the sport. He got big fights at 140 and 47. I don't know if I agree with that at all. Matter of fact, I don't agree with it, but salute to my guy. Does Adrien Broner deserve another chance? Let me read some of y'all comments in the chat. Ed, let me get to it. Let me see. 30TK Hill says no. Mark Q says no. And salute. My man Omega Red says hell no. Let me see. Soldier of God says, what's happening with it? So let me talk about it real quick. Let me cook on this real quick, right? Now, do I think that AB, Jay Cooley, what's happening with it? Do I think that AB deserve another chance for PBC? Nah. He don't deserve another chance. And the reason why is because you went around, you was bashing him, right? When you thought that you got with another company and you were going to get a big bag with that other company, you pretty much told them, fuck you, right? You was talking bad about them. Not only that, is they offered you another fight after you pulled out of the Omar Figueroa fight and fucked up that whole card, right? They offered you another fight with Rolly and you ignored them and you didn't even respond. So hell no, he don't deserve no another chance. I wouldn't give him shit. Now, does he deserve a chance to be able to get in the ring and fight again? Yeah, he do. Just not with the PBC, he don't. So yeah, you know, I want to see him get another chance. But if I'm the PBC, he don't get another chance, not with my company. You can have your chance, but not with us. You feel me? Not with us. That's how I feel about the situation. I'm gonna go ahead and move on. You know, like I said, the poll is up on the community page. If you haven't voted, you can go ahead and vote. But like I said, I think it's almost 800 votes already, and the people saying 64%. Yeah, it's 785 votes, and 64% of the people saying yes, he should get another shot. People love AB. A1 Who's on? What's happening with it? Salute. People love AB. And y'all smash the like button, refresh the super chat. You know what I'm saying? Refresh the super chat, smash the like button, or you know, refresh the Cash App and show some love to the channel. Show some love to the channel. Now let's talk about Bud Crawford. Let's talk about Bud before I get up out of here. Alexis Rocha was mandated, or was it mandated? Because we hearing that Bud Crawford and Alexis Rocha, and y'all smash the like button. For those who are still in the building, smash the like button, right? My man Ultra Man always throwing love, showing love. Salute to Ultra Man in the building, man. I appreciate you. Nick J says, I don't like ignorance. I'm telling you. But yeah, man, why can't I be serious telling people to support the channel and donate to the channel? A1 Who's on? Why can't I be serious? But so let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Terence Crawford, man, it comes out that he all of a sudden the Alexis Rocha and Terence Crawford fight is mandated. Let's keep it 100. Wasn't shit mandated about this fight. The fight was mandated because that's what Oscar De La Hoya, you know what I'm saying? That's the fight that he spoke about before anything, right? He spoke about the shit before anything, before we was talking about anything being mandated. They told you that we're working on a 3-fight deal for Terence Crawford. He wants to fight Alexis Rocha. Then we're talking about a Virgil Ortiz. And then somewhere down the line, maybe we'll try to get him to fight with Errol Spence. And shit had to be mandated. We know how boxing is. Oscar De La Hoya slid some money to the sanctioning body of the WBO because him and Terence Crawford had already been talking to each other. Think back to way back months ago when Terence Crawford and Errol Spence was going at each other on Twitter. Think back way back when they was going at each other on Twitter, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Oscar pops in the conversation and starts rooting for Terence Crawford with his goddamn pom-poms. Let's go, Crawford. Yeah, I'm with Crawford. Terence Crawford this and Terence Crawford that. And at the time, people were like, how the fuck did Oscar De La Hoya, where the fuck did this motherfucker come from? He just jumped in the conversation out of nowhere. Like, where's he coming from? He don't got nothing to do with this shit. Why is he coming in on something that he has nothing to do with? Like, what's going on with Oscar? Well, what was going on is Oscar and Terence had already spoke about this shit. So when we saw the picture posted with Oscar De La Hoya Terence Crawford and Bernard Hopkins, with Crawford at the fucking headquarters at Golden Boy Promotions. That wasn't just the first time they had spoke or met up. They had been speaking to each other. When they present, when Golden Boy Promotions, when Oscar presented that deal on the table, this is what we're going to do. We're going to give you Alexis Rocha, maybe, you know what I'm saying, then a Virgil Ortiz, somewhere in between. We might get you a Blair Cobb or something. But he don't want to fight Errol Spence. Dude has no intentions on fighting Errol Spence. And the reason that this shit is all of a sudden mandated, simple, common sense. We'll have it mandated. You know what I'm saying? We'll make it look like that Terence Crawford has no choice but to fight Rocha. If he don't fight Rocha, he's going to get stripped, right? We're going to mandate it for you. That way he can save face. He can save face in the public. Because Terence Crawford, he cares about what the public thinks now. He's looking bad in the public's eye. That's why he's going and arguing with guys on Twitter and shit. He arguing with fans on Twitter because they calling him out. And everything they calling him out on is the goddamn truth. You feel me? Everything that the fans are calling Terence Crawford out on is the truth. So he knows it's going to look bad in the public eye if he just came off of fighting goddamn I've been sneezing, and then you turn around and fight another goddamn bum in Alexis Rocha. He know people ain't going to go for that shit. But see, they think that they're slick. They think they slick. Terence Crawford always think he got one up on everybody in the boxing game. Cool. Now it's mandated. Now I can fight the fighter that I actually want to fight anyway, right? It's mandated. Go back to the David I've been sneezing. I told y'all the whole time. They lying about that 10 million, dog. He ain't getting 10 million. The only reason they telling you that he's getting 10 million so people can say, well, he's getting 10 million. What was he supposed to do? He getting $10 million to fight a goddamn bum. Who else would turn that down? And I told everybody, I said, they just saying that in the media to save face for Terence Crawford. He ain't getting paid 10 million. Come to find out, he got paid 5.5 million. So he got paid half of 10 million. Yeah, they even lied and told you that Terence Crawford got his whole 10 million before he ever stepped in the ring and fought. That came out to be a lie too. Terence Crawford didn't get 10 million, and he didn't get 10 million before he stepped in the ring or after he stepped in the ring. So all of these lies, and Terence Crawford, he's been like that the whole time. Over on goddamn PBC, over on Top Rank, he ran with the lie that Errol Spence was ducking him. The whole time, he ran with the narrative and lie that Errol Spence was ducking him. Errol Spence ducking me. He's afraid. Everybody ducking me. And then when he left Top Rank, he said it wasn't Errol Spence. Errol Spence always wanted to fight. Errol Spence was never ducking me. You see what I'm saying? This dude is a fucking liar. So now, don't worry. We'll get the fight mandated for you, Terence Crawford. And now we're going to give you a way out. We're going to give you an excuse to make it look like you had no choice but to fight Alexis Rocha. Y'all don't see the play? Come on. If this wasn't the fight that he wanted in the first place, he wouldn't have been over at goddamn Golden Boy Promotions doing business, trying to get a business deal done, a multi-fight contract done with Golden Boy Promotions. This is what he been wanting. The mandate shit, that's just to save face. That's just to sound good and to make it look like he didn't have no choice in the media. Like, this shit is, I don't know. And now you got all these fans, these Bud Crawford dick riders, the BPC, the Bud Protection Committee, they running around And they're justifying this shit. You got motherfucking ugly ass Rick Glazier, look like he dead and rolls out of a casket and shit. Like he fucking walking goddamn The Walking Dead. The real version of The Walking Dead, Rick Glazier. He all on goddamn social media and shit, talking about this is a great fight. Right? He's saying that Alexis Rocha is a fucking great fight. But then he talks shit about Rashidi Ellis, talking about how trash Rashidi Ellis is. He talked about how trash Rashidi Ellis is, but then gonna turn around and say Alexis Rocha and Terence Crawford is a great fight. Make it make sense. Motherfucking Rashidi Ellis already embarrassed Alexis Rocha and made him look like the fucking trash that he is. But you got dudes like Rick Glazier that's a part of the BPC, the Bud Protection Committee. Now he trying to get people convinced that Alexis Rocha and Terence Crawford is a great fight. Y'all see how these dudes is? It's ridiculous. Alexis Rocha couldn't even look good in his last fight against a goddamn 39-year-old African that had never fought in the U.S. before. Shit don't get no worse than this. When you look at guys like Terence Crawford, he is everything what's wrong with boxing today. Jamal Neasy says, where's my receipts at? My receipts is in the same place you got your crack pipe hidden at. The same place where you keep your crack pipe hidden at, that's where my receipts is. Go in there and you're going to find it. Shit is crazy. Terence Crawford is everything what's wrong with boxing today. Shit crazy, man. And Sheena, the Queen Sheena in the Cash App, showing love and support, you know. And salute to you, Queen. Salute to you, Sheena. I appreciate you. Yeah, you know, talking about where my receipts at. It's in that same drawer where you goddamn hide your crack pipe from your kids. That's where it's at. Anyway, anybody that's taking up for Terence Crawford in all of these clown ass duck moves, you a clown yourself. You gotta be. If you making excuses and pretending like, well, Terence Crawford, he didn't have no choice but to fight a mandatory. They mandated it. What is he supposed to do? Y'all some goddamn fools. Real talk. Y'all some goddamn fools. If you think that the only reason he's fighting Alexis Rocha is because he don't have no choice. You know what I'm saying? The man been over there trying to make a 3-fight. If he didn't have no choice, he wouldn't have been over there trying to make a 3-fight deal. You know where he would have been at? Y'all know where he would have been at? He would have been at the PBC headquarters, sit down with Al Haymon, trying to make a motherfucking multi-fight deal with Al Haymon. Because if you let him tell it, he want to fight Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence. What has he done to fight Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence? Huh? What has he done to fight Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence? Nothing at all. Man telling you, oh yeah, I want to fight Errol Spence, then I want to fight Jermell Charlo. I want to fight Keith Thurman. Yeah, we've always wanted to fight Keith Thurman. I want to fight Danny Garcia. We've always wanted to fight Danny Garcia. The fuck you doing to fight any of them? Your Danis Ugas even clowned the dude. Your Danis Ugas is like, who the fuck is Alexis Rocha? Like, who is this guy? Who is Alexis Rocha? He like, no disrespect. I don't know who he is. And what has he done? What has Terence Crawford ever done different than fight Rudy Poos that you ain't heard of? What has Terence Crawford ever done besides fight Rudy Poots you ain't never heard of and then get on interviews and talk about how great he is and his accolades? You know what I'm saying? Bro, like, what the fuck has he done besides fight Rudy Poot after Rudy Poot after Rudy Poot and then jump up and tell you how great he is and what he's done and his accolades? Man, this dude is a fucking fraud. He's a fraud all the way around the board. And I'm going to say it once again. Errol Spence needs to leave Terence Crawford the fuck alone. Move on. Move on. Don't pay no attention to Terence Crawford ever again. The fight ain't going to happen. The fight was never going to happen because he never wanted to fight. BLK Prime gave him a way out when we could have got the fight. When his back was up against the wall, BLK Prime gave him a way out. It's not going to happen. You feel me? So, dude don't want the fucking fight. We don't need to be talking about Terence Crawford and Errol Spence no more. That shit is done. You know what I'm talking about? It was done before it ever started because he didn't want to fight. They're going to have to, in order for Terence Crawford to make the fight happen, right, they're going to have to make it a handicap rules. Remember in wrestling when they would have a handicap match, when they make one fighter tie their hand behind the back, but when they would make one wrestler tie their hand behind his back and he had to fight in a handicap match, that's what they're going to have to do for Terence Crawford to take this fight. They're going to have to make Errol Spence tie one of his hands behind his back, and then Terence Crawford go, oh, I'll fight him. I'll fight him. Only way he's going to fight EJ. Make EJ tie one of his hands behind his back. Take his lead hand away, like when Gary Russell, you know what I'm saying, fucked up his shoulder against Mark Messiah. That's the only way he's going to get in the ring. Big Dose 513 says, only thing is if Bud fights Rocha around the time Spence fights Keith, that would be kind of okay. Big Dose, dog. And salute to my brother Big Dose, but come on, let that shit go, Big Dose. Bud Crawford does not want to fight Errol Spence. It don't matter if they fought on the same night. Once again, Oscar De La Hoya said they were working on the deal. The deal consisted of Alexis Rocha, then Virgil Ortiz, and his exact words was, and then, you know, somewhere down the line, you know, we'll try to get him the Errol Spence fight. That's letting you know that Terence Crawford has no intentions on fighting Errol Spence. If the deal that they're working out is Alexis Rocha and then Virgil Ortiz. That's it. That's all. This shit ain't happening, dog. It ain't happening. Don't matter if they fight on the same night. It ain't happening. Guys like Terence Crawford is what's wrong with boxing. Look at when he look at when he became undisputed at 140 pounds. Look at who he fought. They gave him a goddamn alley-oop. You know what I'm saying? They gave him an alley-oop. He fucked around and was able to catch Ndungo that had 2 belts from beating Ricky Burns, who was garbage, a guy that Terence Crawford had already beat earlier on in his career at a lower weight division. And he got 2 belts. And Ndungo had 2 belts coming in that fight. Oh, he didn't have to fight nobody. So his whole career, he got all of his accolades off of not having to fight nobody. So he's used, right? He's used to not having to fight nobody, but getting rewarded big for it. Look what he did when he moved up to 147. He got to fight Jeff Horn, another fucking Rudy Poo. My man Big Doe says, I know, man, I just want all them bud nut huggers looking stupid after EJ destroys him, but I know I need to let it go, bro. I think I need therapy, man. This fight did that to a lot of people, dog. It got me fucked up, but I was just like at a point where I was like, man, this shit, I gotta let this shit go. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Real talk, he's just used to it, you know. He's had the luxury of pretty much having easy fights his whole career and getting, you know what I'm saying, getting praise for it. At the highest level, he's got praise for it. Nick J, it's crazy you said that, Nick J, because I said the same shit. I said, see, he's looking, what he's looking at Virgil Ortiz. And he knows Virgil Ortiz is still young. He still haven't hit his prime yet. And he think that he can go and pick off Virgil Ortiz and it'll be an easy fight for him. But see, what he don't know is he might fuck around and lose to Virgil Ortiz. Because one thing about Virgil Ortiz defense is his offense is A level. You know what I'm saying? He got A level offense. He got C- level defense. You know what I'm saying? But Virgil Ortiz, he can crack. He's dangerous throughout the whole fight. And if Terence Crawford can't hurt him, see, Virgil Ortiz, he got a suspect chin too. Because we seen him almost get knocked clean out by Mean Machine. You know what I'm saying? He ended up coming back and fucking up Mean Machine, right? But we seen Virgil Ortiz get hurt badly by Mean Machine. So his chin is suspect. Terence Crawford is looking at that. He's like, if I catch him, I'm going to knock him out. That's what Terence Crawford is looking at. He's like, okay, if I catch him, when I catch him, he's not going to be able to take my punch. So he think he's going to be able to go in there and walk through Virgil Ortiz. But if Virgil Ortiz is able to take his punch, Virgil Ortiz might win that goddamn fight. Because let's keep it 100. Terence Crawford ain't never fought nobody on the level of Virgil Ortiz. Sean Porter he wasn't that no more. You know what I'm saying? He's never fought nobody on the level of Virgil Ortiz. And he never fought nobody that cracked like Virgil Ortiz at 147 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So Nick J is right. He might fuck around and go in there and lose to Virgil Ortiz. Because Virgil Ortiz can fight. And if Virgil, I'm going to tell y'all like this. If Virgil Ortiz beats Stanionis, even if Terence Crawford do sign a 3-fight deal, they're going to have problems getting Terence Crawford in the ring with Virgil Ortiz if he go and stop Stanionis. If Virgil Ortiz stops Stanionis, oh yeah, they're going to have problems getting Terence Crawford in the ring with Virgil Ortiz. Because now he's going to be looking at Virgil Ortiz the same way he did Errol Spence. He going to get to asking for more money. He going to get to acting up over there at Golden Boy. If Virgil Ortiz look good in his next fight, mark my word, I'm telling y'all, they gonna have the same problems making the fight with Terence Crawford that the PBC did. That dude don't want no smoke with no tough competition. Sheena says Ortiz called out Bud at the Hooker fight and Bud started laughing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He get in there. We're going to see how much he laughing. Nick J says, bingo. Bud will fight Blair before he gets in there with Virgil. Yeah, and that would be ideal for him, right? And then they'll try to make it like he's just fighting Blair Cobb because Blair Cobb was talking big shit about him and he want to shut him up, right? Dude, he don't want tough competition. You know what Bud Crawford wants? Bud Crawford wants what BFTB had yesterday. Now, BFTB know he didn't have no business fucking debating Terrence Best Videos. I think that was his name. Salute to BFTB. But BFTB know he had no goddamn business debating that guy. You know what I'm saying? BFTB didn't have no business debating that guy. Knockout Boxing 86 TV had no motherfucking business putting on that debate. What was that shit for? At that point, it was just to embarrass Terrence's best videos. We knew what was going to happen in that debate before it even started. Like I said, at that point, it was just to embarrass that man. And that's exactly what happened. He got embarrassed. So that's what Terence Crawford wants. Terence Crawford wants to be in the ring with the level of competition that he could just get in there and embarrass. He don't want nobody that's going, give him a tough fight. Yeah, Nick JBF knew he ain't had no business in the goddamn debating that dude. Just like Terence Crawford know he ain't got no business calling himself the best fighter in the world, but fight Rudy Poot after Rudy Poot after Rudy Poot. And the queen, Foxy Brown, is in the building. What's going on, Foxy Brown? She heard me talking about Bud. She says, what's up, ETB Boxing? I am sick and tired of Duck Bud and that one WBO belt. Salute to the queen, Foxy Brown. You gotta be sick and tired of this nigga. Real talk. The only thing Bud got for him, I'm gonna give it to Bud. I'm gonna give him some credit. Now, y'all listen to me give him his credit, right? The only thing Bud got going for him is he know how to dress a lot better than Errol Spence and them do. Now, he do know how to dress. I'm gonna get at the Bud. Take my hat off to Bud. He know how he dress a lot better than Errol Spence and them do. I don't know what the fuck EJ and them be wearing with them big ass shoes, with them big ass laces and them goddamn all that shit they be having on. Bud know how to get fresh. Bud know how to get clean. That's the only thing he really know how to do. You know what I'm saying? Only thing he can do is dress better than them. Other than that, dog, nah. So I'm gonna give him his credit and say that he do know how to dress. Yeah, hey, Nick J, see, I'm trying to give him his credit, Nick J. And I'm trying to give him his credit, Nick J, and you on his helmet. Nick J talking about, and that just happened because he used to be dusty. Hey, but the past few years, Bud, he been, he been dressing clean. The past few years, he been clean and motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So he know how to dress. Maybe he can give Errol Spence and them some pointers on how to dress. But other than that, that's about all he do better than them. Is dress better. Oh shit. Hey, Sheena talking about I'm wrong for that. Hey, Sheena, y'all, you be seeing that shit. Them niggas be on some. These niggas get money, man. These niggas start getting money and they think all that designer shit just look good because it got a designer name on it. I'm like, man, what the fuck these niggas got on? That shit, like the shit that they be having on, that shit ain't right, dog. Terence Crawford be clean, though. You know what I'm saying? Bud do be clean, though, motherfucker, though. He have on designer shit, but he have on designer shit that look clean. You know what I'm saying? Roy Davenport, if you walking around with them motherfucking shiny ass pants on and them big ass shoes with them big ass laces, you need to take your ass somewhere too, nigga. And I'm from the South. So you know what I'm talking about? That ain't it, dog. Bud out dressing them with that shit they be having on, dog. I'm just keeping it real. Nick J says, I can't front. I hate the way these youngins be dressing. Man, Nick, tell me about that shit. These young dudes, they be dressing weird as a motherfucker now. These young cats be dressing weird in the bitch now. I'm like, God damn. They all dress like that, though. They all dress like that. Nah. You know what I'm saying? But salute to EJ, man. Salute to it. It's just like I said, they get so much money, and I don't know what the fuck they be thinking. They just be buying all that designer shit. Like you could buy, I got designer shit too. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not finna buy no shit and put it on just because it got a designer name on it. That shit gotta look good. You know what I'm saying? And they just put on anything. Hey, Randall Bivens, salute. Yeah, man. My man Ray says, I'm old school though. I agree. They are weird as hell. Laugh out loud. Good show though. Yeah, man. The shit they be having on. And they think that shit is gold. Big ass fucking shoelaces, this goddamn big and shit. I'm like, man, what the fuck y'all got on? Goddamn super tight jeans with the whole motherfucking leg showing this shit high wall. I'm like, man, these dudes just be having some crazy ass shit on nowadays. My man Lockefeller says, I'm from Alabama, 42, and I rock Alexander McQueen and Off-White all the time, ETB. It's a deep South thing. Like I said, dog, I don't give a fuck if it's goddamn Alexander McQueen, Dwayne McQueen. If the shit ugly, bro, it's ugly. I don't give a fuck if it's off-white, on white, off blue, on blue. If it's ugly, it's ugly. That name shit don't mean nothing to me, dog. If that shit is ugly, it's just ugly. Just because some shit got a name on it, you know what I'm saying, and it's ugly, don't mean it ain't ugly just because it got a name brand on it and you paid a lot of money for it, dog. That shit just mean that you got some shit that you paid a lot of money for, and that shit is ugly still. Niggas will pull some shit out like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put this on because this shit costs, you know, I'm gonna put this shirt on, even though it's ugly in the motherfucker, I'm gonna put it on because it costs $800. Well, you just got an $800 ugly ass shirt on, dog. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And nigga can't tell me because I've been dressing and getting fly my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I've been dressing and getting fly my whole life. So I know how to dress, you know what I'm saying? And that shit is ugly. From tailor-made suits to all of that shit, you know. Mr. Mechanical say, I wear designer, I wear regular clothes, but I ain't wearing no BS, period. Oh, yeah. But you know, I'm comfortable. I'm in my house, Sheena. That's a fact. Yeah, I definitely got, you know, a few of them, but you know, I'm in the crib. But yeah, you know, anyway, that's that. But to say all of that, like I said, I think that Terence Crawford, he know how to dress. He be clean. You know what I'm saying? He be clean. Ohio Styles, what's happening with it? You know. But yeah. You know, but I think, you know, them young, you know, that's just the young shit. Maybe I'm too old. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just too old. And, you know, shit. Maybe my parents was looking at me with some of the shit I was wearing. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, I came up, we were wearing them big ass throwbacks and shit. Them 5X, you know, I came up, you know what I'm saying? We were wearing them big ass 5X throwbacks. My parents was probably looking at me thinking the same thing. What the fuck this nigga got this goddamn throwback hanging all the way down to his goddamn wrist and shit? Nigga couldn't tell me shit in my throwbacks back in, you know, 2002 through like probably what, like 2002 through 2004. You know, 2002 through 4. But yeah. Yeah, man, all my shit used to be hella big. Pants, you know what I'm saying? Jeans. But the kids is starting to do that shit now. You know what I'm saying? The kids is starting to do that shit now. I call my stepson in here right now. He got some big ass baggy jeans on. That's probably 4 sizes too big for him. And the niggas be wearing sweaters and shit. It be 115 degrees outside. They be having sweaters and shit on. Like I said, that shit be weird to me, but the shit that we had on was probably weird, you know what I'm saying, to our folks growing up too. So shit just changed, but you ain't gonna catch me in that shit. Oh shit. You ain't gonna catch me in that shit though. Yeah, nah, I ain't never been the thing of having my pants sagging all down my ass. That shit ain't never been for me, you know, because in the pen, when you in the pen, that shit stand for something different. You walking around with your ass hang with your damn booty, your booty hole showing in the pen and shit. That's letting other motherfuckers know, hey, you ready and willing. I never got that shit, you know what I'm saying, when niggas was walking around with their pants sagging all the way down, you know what I'm saying, whole ass out and shit. I ain't never did that shit. Niggas is wearing women clothes and shit, spandex. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is wearing spandex and shit all the time. I don't know. This shit getting crazy out here. You know, the men it's crazy though, because you know, this is a whole different subject, but we all see it. The women is more masculine now, and the men is more like women. The men is the women now, and the women is the men. Shit crazy out here in these streets. Oh shit. Foxy Brown say EJ dressed better than Bud. Hell no. Like I said, EJ, that's my guy. But the shit, some of the shit EJ be having on, especially them big ass fucking skater shoes with them big ass shoelaces, them shits, dog, them ain't it. Them is not it. But man, I appreciate y'all, man. Everybody that came through, I appreciate y'all. I gotta get up out of here. You know, I appreciate everybody that came through. Make sure that y'all smash the like button. Smash my like button for me. We will be back cooking tomorrow. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Y'all already know what it is. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone, y'all.